Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Magic 89.9, still doing interviews safely from home. My name is Zoe, and I'm stoked about who I'm talking to today. Yet another golden, or rather pale, group of musicians from 30 Hits roster. I'd like to welcome Heather Barron Gracie of English indie rock band Pale Waves. How are you doing today, Heather?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, you sound fantastic. Now, I can't see you, but I was going to say that I am obsessed with your gothic medieval aesthetic. You're like a character right out of a Tim Burton flick, and I say that as a compliment.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. I love Tim Burton, so I do take it as a compliment. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here virtually. I really appreciate it. And before we dive in, I always like to start my interviews with a game of sugar or spice. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Heather of Pale Waves for Sugar or Spice 899. Number 1, putting milk in your tea.
Is it oat milk?
Any milk, any kind of milk.
Okay, sugar.
Okay, sugar for that. Number 2, procrastinating.
Spice.
Ooh, so you like staying productive?
Yes, because I feel like if you like put it off, then it just gets 10 times worse.
That's so true. I totally agree. Okay, number 3, movie nights indoors.
Sugar.
Sugar. Okay, number 4, and I'm interested to hear this, fanny packs.
Oh, spice.
Nice. Okay, you've got taste. I see that. Number 5, the infamous question, pineapples on pizza.
Spice.
Spice. Okay, that's all right. I still love your music. I adore pineapples on pizza, but
I don't mind pineapple on pizza, you know.
Oh, you don't
for
mind
years.
It?
No, I just pick it without. I definitely would have it without. But
okay,
for
I'll
years.
take that. I'll take that. Some people loathe it with a passion, and those are the people that I just cannot stand. But I adore your music, and I adore you, and thank you so much for partially liking pineapples on pizza. So that's fantastic. Let's dive right into your music right now. Your latest album, entitled Who Am I, is coming out on February 12th, if I'm not mistaken. It's so close to being released, and I cannot wait. How are you feeling about it?
It's kind of crazy how close it is. It's like, 2 weeks away now. I feel like it's been such a journey for me. Like, I've lived through this album for so long, and I've worked on it for so long. So it finally feels so good that the world is going to hear what we've been working on for so long.
Yes. Okay, what is the album all about, and how does it differ from your debut studio record, My Mind Makes Noise, from 3 years ago?
The album consists of like various different concepts. So like sexuality, mental health, what it's like to be a woman in the world, body image. Like, there's a lot of subjects in there that I feel like society really needed to hear. But then, you know, there's universal subjects just like love and how amazing love can be, and then the darker side of love. And it differs from our first album because, like I was just saying, I feel like the message overall is much stronger this time around, and it's a lot more defined, and it's a lot more unapologetic. And then the music drastically differs because the first album was really influenced by like 80s synth pop, whereas this second album is so much more alternative and really sort of influenced by the 90s/2000s.
Yeah, I am so excited nonetheless. And am I correct by saying that it has 11 tracks?
Yeah.
So I have to ask, did you work on any or all of those songs in 2020?
Yeah, I worked on all of them.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, and then we all of them.
Well, I'm always fascinated whenever I hear a musician tell me that they were able to come up with something good in the middle of a pandemic, because 2020 was basically a free pass for everyone to go, you know, I'm just going to kick back and relax. I don't really need to work. So kudos to you, and kudos to Pale Waves for coming out with a full-length album in the middle of a pandemic. I'm sure it's going to sound fantastic.
I know. It was really interesting sort of recording a record whilst in the middle of a pandemic. It was literally, for the majority of it, me and the producer in mask and in gloves, like really freaked out.
Yeah. I still think you could rock the whole mask and face shield aesthetic with your usual fashion. I'm pretty sure it would still work out well. And well, your most recent single, it's called Easy. And I don't know who gave you the permission to be so cool because it easily became one of the songs that I would listen to after work. It's that one song that would put me in a good
Wow.
mood. Tell me about the inspiration behind it.
The inspiration behind it is just about me finding love and how love sort of changed my life drastically and how euphoric it is and how positive and uplifting it can be. And I'm glad you said that it makes you feel good because that was the whole intention behind the song. I wanted a song on the album that people just put on when like they were feeling fed up or they were feeling down and they wanted a song to pick them up.
You definitely nailed it. That is exactly the mood that I get. Every single time I listen to it, I'm like, yes, I'm finally, done with work. I'm done with the whole world. Just give me this music. And you released a music video too, and it makes me want to put a bunch of lights all over my room just so I could capture that moody, abandoned church look. So a lot of musicians here in the Philippines are also dying to move to the UK just so they can start a proper indie rock band. Manchester seems to be one of the places to start a band. So how did you guys get together? How did Pale Waves come to be?
So me and Kira started the band because we both moved to Manchester to go to university. And we met up right away and just sort of hit it off, and our love for music really sort of bonded us. And we started the band from there, and then Hugo joined, and then Charlie joined. And then we just sort of took off. Like we were practicing for like a year and a half, and then all of a sudden we were like a legit band.
Ah, that's so cool.
We got signed. Yeah, we got signed to a record label. We went on tour. It was like, wow, this is happening. We're making it happen.
That's so cool. And you guys started in 2014, which is a while back. So what do you think? And I know a lot of artists would love your opinion on this. What is the secret to keeping a band together?
Oof, that's a tough one.
I had to ask.
It can be difficult sometimes, but I feel like the love for music keeps bands together. They don't want to lose that, and they don't want to lose what they've sort of worked on for so long. It would be a shame to sort of let go of playing to those fans that really adore your music.
Yeah, that is definitely a true musician's answer. So the first month of 2021 is coming to a close. Do you have a goal or a milestone that you'd like Pale Waves to achieve this year?
Ooh, that is a tough one. Overall, I feel like I would just love this album. I would love for people to really connect with it. And it feels like people really are so far with off the singles that we've released.
Definitely.
But my overall goal for this year is for this album to just really be there for people, because I feel like because this pandemic, it's had such a bad effect on a lot of people's mental health. Like I see so many kids online struggling. So I'm glad and grateful that they have this record to sort of bring them happiness. And I hope that it really connects with them. And hopefully we'll start working on our next sort of batch of material. Maybe that's a third album or an EP.
I'm so excited for that. Thank you so much, Heather, for joining us today. Thank you for taking the time to virtually meet with me. I appreciate it. And
of course.
Stay
it was
safe.
Great to chat to you. Thank you. You too.
All right. Stay safe and healthy. The next album, Who Am I, is coming out on February 12th. Whatever you do, to whoever's listening, do turn on those notifications. You will not regret it. All right, everyone. My name is Zoe. Have courage and be kind. And this is today's best music, Magic 89.9.